here at Gallaudet University's Kellogg Conference Center for the Office of the Tenant Advocate's first annual Tenant and Tenant Association Summit. Stay tuned for an exciting mix of interviews featuring elected officials, conference sessions, and tenant activists. We're here with Karen Williamson of the DC Coalition for Rent Control at the Office of the Tenant Advocate's first annual Tenant and Tenant Association Summit. Welcome, Karen.
Thank you, and I'm very happy to be here.
Talk about how the DC Coalition for Rent Control is expanding and the work they're seeking to do.
Well, we came here to the OTA Summit meeting to do a presentation about how we hope to expand the DC Coalition for Rent Control to a broader focus and rename it the DC Tenant Coalition. We are hoping to have a broad coalition of tenants across the city. And the reason why we want to do this is we have tenant groups here, tenant groups there, and they're all doing good work. But we feel it would be a good thing if we came together and formed a coalition because there's strength in numbers.
What would be the goal of a citywide coalition of tenant associations?
The goal of a citywide coalition of tenant associations would be to provide networking among tenants, tenant associations about issues that they're struggling with, problems that they're faced with, such as capital improvement petitions, 70% voluntary rent increases, substantial rehabilitation, TOPA rights. That would be one of the goals, a networking of tenant associations. The other would be to lobby the City Council to help implement stronger laws that affect tenants, to provide support to the Office of the Tenant Advocate, to provide support to the City Council if they need tenants to come out in numbers and testify and help lobby to pass stronger laws that help tenants. It's to help preserve tenants' rights, strengthen tenants' rights across the city.
What was the message and what is the message that you want to give to the people that are here today? Many of them are heads of their own tenant associations.
That we're glad that their tenant associations are there. And we know that they're doing good work, but we want to bring all tenants associations together to form a stronger bond and to form a citywide coalition, because we believe that if we work together that we can be more effective than if we work separately, and we can help one another out and share information among one another. And we're very happy that the Office of the Tenant Advocate has come into being, because we will also be working in connection with them in terms of anything that they might need our help from, or anything that the City Council might need our help from. The City Council has said that they need tenants to support their efforts, and that's what we want to do. We want to get the word out to tenants that the City Council is trying to help tenants, and they need tenants lobbying, tenant support.
What is an issue that's going on that's facing tenants now that you think, that you know, that being together as a coalition would really make a difference for tenants?
The current issue right now is about the 70% voluntary increases that are happening across the city. Tenants need to understand about that law and how it works. It's a law that says that if a landlord gets 70% of the tenants to agree that he can raise the rents voluntarily, but what has been happening is the landlords have been implementing this law in a way that tenants don't understand what's going on. Councilmember Mary Che is proposing legislation that will tighten the law, and Jim Graham is working with her, so we want to help lobby to get that law in place.
And I can see that a coalition can be very effective in getting information out to people, because there's a gap of information and not knowing what's available.
Yes, that's right. We also want to help get information out to people. We will have a listserv, and we will get information out to people about various hearings, about different laws that have come into being that might affect them, about events that tenants can attend. Yes, it would be an information networking vehicle also.
And being here with so many people from different tenant associations at the summit today, what makes you most hopeful that you've seen today?
That all these tenants are here today and wanting to network with one another, and there seems to be a good feeling among the tenants, and a feeling positive now that there's the Office of the Tenant Advocate and that they've had this summit.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the conference. For more information on the Office of the Tenant Advocate, visit the website www.ota.dc.gov.